Tune in, time to tune in, it's Tune In Tuesday with Dennis and Brad. Dennis, let's see your dab. Yeah, that's right. No, Dennis is not that good. Well, let's see you floss. Can you floss? Can you just like wiggle your entire being ambiguously? Great. That's all. That's good. That's the new move. Let's all try that together. Let's do the ambiguous body wiggle. And stop. Okay, do it again because it's fun. Hello. Well, I'm saying that to the person in my ear, but we're going to sing hello. So, but to get started, welcome back, or welcome in the first place. High five, Dennis. Dennis is giving me a... Okay. Ew. It was his tongue. He just wiped his tongue on my hand. Ew. In these times? We can't... No. We can't do that. So, gross Dennis. All right. So before we say hello, welcome to Tune In Tuesday. If you're returning to see this and you're watching every week, like you should be, my name is Brad, and with me is Dennis. Dennis is a yellow, ancient primordial dinosaur being, and he's got a giant red tongue and beady little red eyes. I, Brad, am a light-skinned boy, brown hair, green eyes, beard. It gets longer and longer every day, and hair that also gets longer and longer every day that I have less and less control over. And I'm wearing a black turtleneck this time, and I'm running out of turtlenecks, so we'll keep you posted on that. But let's get right into it. Hello to Jessica. I'm glad you're here today. Hello to Jessica. Glad you're here today. Hello. Hello to Jen and Jeff Wolf. Glad you're here today. Hello to Jen and Jeff Wolf. Glad you're here today. Oh, hello. Hello to Nina. Hi. Glad you're here today. Hello to Nina. I'm glad you're here today. Hello. Hello to Amanda. Glad you're here today. Put it in the comments. Glad you're here today. Hello. Hello to Dennis. Glad you're here today. Hello to Dennis. Glad you're here today. Hello. Anybody else? If you want me to say hi to you, or if you want Dennis to say hi to you, just put it in the comments, then we'll get right to it. Also, you can say hi at any point in time. I'm going to say hi to you at any point in time, like I'm about to right now to Lucy and Charlotte. Hello to Lucy and Charlotte. Glad you're here today. Hello to Lucy and Charlotte. Glad you're here today. Hello. Hello to Emma. Glad you're here today. Hello to Emma and Matt. Glad you're here today. Hello. Hello to Christopher and Emma. Glad you're here today. Hello to Christopher and Emma. Glad think that was actually the ending this time. I'm going to be happy when I'm surprised, though. Yeah, that's it. Great, but of course, if you want me to say hi at any point in time, I will say, and here we go. No, I'm kidding. That's everybody. All right. Dennis, how you feeling? Dennis is shaking his head in a way that makes me think in my brain that he is feeling, well, just fine. Is that right? He's nodding his head now in a way that it leads me to believe that is exactly true. So let's get on with things. We haven't even looked at our tune in to do. Check it out. Tune in to do. Dennis is looking at it. Dennis wants to know about it. We did hello. We'll cross that off at some point. I might not even ever cross it off because we're just going to do it again. And now we're going to do a little sing-along. I hope you know this one. If you don't, it's repetitive because I pick a lot of repetitive songs. Repetitive is like, it just happens over and 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 over. I think I did like 2 or 3 too many of those. Okay, so we're gonna do it, and it is the Ants Go Marching. So what I'd love for you to do is, I sort of get a little bored with all the, it's always the same thing with this song. It's always the same number, same thing. And I'm happy to do that, right? I'm okay with doing that. But if you think you've got a better word, you know what I'm going to say? Drop it in that comment box and tell me what you think rhymes with 5 better than whatever else rhymes with 5. Or what rhymes with 9 better than fine or dine. I don't know. What? Or just use those. Those are good ones too, right? So let's get it started. But I'm going to just hop this right here so I keep track of things. Whip. And I guess, I don't know, Dennis, you're going to march a lot. He's on the guitar, I don't have straps. So Dennis is going to dance. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, the little ones stop to have some fun. Right, isn't that how it goes? And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2, the little ones stop too. Well, I guess don't they tie their shoe? Do ants wear shoes? How many? Here's a question for you if you're watching at home, and if you're just tuning in now, we're doing Ants Go Marching. Here is a math question for you. If you were an ant, how many shoes would you need to have? The little ones stop to tie their shoe and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 3 by 3, the little ones stop and they climb a tree, which is something that ants do, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 4 by 4, the little ones stop and they turn around and they ask for some more. But then they realize that they didn't shut the door. And they say, hey, did you make coffee? Can I get a pour? And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 5 by 5, the little ones stop and they see a beehive and they, Dennis is shaking, he's shaking. Oh, man, oh. Dennis, it's okay. It's okay. It's a figurative, meaning it was just made up. We're just pretending, hypothetical. It was a hypothetical beehive. It's okay. It's okay. we're still alive, and we're going to thrive. And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 6 by 6, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 6 by 6, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 6 by 6. The little ones stop, and what do? They pick up some sticks. Whoa! Yes, they take a pick. They go, which is so new fashioned. These new fashioned ants with their smartphones. I follow like 40,000 ants on Facebook and Instagram. They're great. They just like pick stuff up. They walk in lines. It's real easy. It's really nice. And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 7 by 7. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 7 by 7. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 7 by 7. The little ones stop and they turn off the oven. And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 8 by 8. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 8 by 8. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 8 by 8. The little ones stop. Oh, because he can't remember what he ate. Isn't that great? Because now he can just pick anything else, like a grape. I'm out of words. And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 9 by 9. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 9 by 9. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 9 by 9. The little ones stop. And we already did this one, didn't we? Talked about fine and dying. What do we got in those comments? Nine as in like no, as in nothing, like the German word nine. And they all go marching down to the ground. I gotta be better at getting down. Here we go. Hey, you almost can't see me. I don't know. Is it even? It's not raining in here. But okay. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 10 by 10. Hurrah, hurrah. I can count. The ants go marching 10 by 10. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 10 by 10. The little ones stop and they find a hen and they say, "Hey, what are you?" The hen says, "Well, I'm a hen." They say, "Oh, that's cool. I've never seen a hen. I guess I've seen like a rooster. Are you a rooster?" No, I'm a hen. And the ants say, "Well, do you have any food?" The hen says, "No." And then the ants go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 11, 11. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 11, 11. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 11, 11. The little ones stop and they say, "Hey, actually, can you turn the oven back on?" Yeah, well, because the hen actually came back. She had some bananas and some apples, and they were gonna do like a fruit simmer, it's gonna be really good. So they had to turn on the oven, and they all went marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 12 by 12. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 12 by 12. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 12 by 12. I need a little help with this one. The little ones start to delve into a shelf store. They go into a shelf store and they find elves on the shelf. The aforementioned shelf. And they all go marching down. And they all go marching down. And they all go marching down. Great. Thank you for everybody who put something down there in the comments. Let me know, because, I don't know. Counting's hard enough. Like, it's hard enough to do numbers. And then, like, put something with it. I don't know. All kinds of stuff. All right. Say goodbye to guitar. We're going to say, "Bye, guitar." And we're going to grab the iconic purple ukulele. This is actually Dennis's ukulele. Dennis, isn't this your ukulele? He's nodding. Oh, yeah. Ooh, say the name one more time. Al. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Hello to Alex, tuning in from Canada. Thanks for tuning in from Canada. I'm glad you're here today. Hello, 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 Canada. I'm not going to try it. I'll get back to you on that one. Oh, I need this. Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, remember how we talked about that hen? We talked about those apples and those bananas. Let's take a quick second. Let's take a big deep breath because it feels really good for our bodies. My body feels good when I do that. One more. Cool. Simon says take a deep breath. Okay. We're not playing Simon Says. I got bananas. I don't have apples, but I've got this Pokeball. This is a Pokeball, if you're familiar with the Pokemons. And Dennis, I choose you. I think I caught Dennis. I think I already caught Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. That's very nice. Okay. All right. So we got these apples and bananas. These are not apples, by the way. These are bananas. I can tell that they're bananas because of the way that they look like bananas. Yeah. And I can tell that this is not an apple because it's not an apple. So, do you try this? Dennis is eating the apple. It's not doing, there's no nutrition in that. Though, I don't know, you're knit. The thing is knit, I don't know. I'm going to stop speculating. Sorry, I took that away from you. We're going to do apples and bananas. So, the way that this song works is I'm going to sing a thing. I hope that you'll sing it with me. And then we're going to change tiny little bits about the thing and then do that. And then we'll keep doing that. It's great. It's fun. It's super fun. I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 Let's do it one more time just so we can really make sure that we're singing apples right and bananas right, because then we're going to sing it all wrong. I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 Now, let's try, and I'm going to get it started with how we get silly and change it, because that's what we do on the show. That's what we do on Tune In Tuesday. We get silly. We're all shaking. Okay. We're going to change it. Instead of apples and bananas, we're going to sing opals and bananas. We're going to just change it. Right here, is going to become a oh. Dennis, show us. It's going to be Nice. That's pretty good. He's made his eyes go really far apart because that's sort of what your mouth does when you go and then do the O. Nice. I'm okay with that. That's all right. He made his entire face as big as like a human hand for just random arbitrary point of reference. All right, so let's do it. I like to oat, opals and bananas. 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 What else do we got? We got an E sound. Also, here's the thing that I'll do if you put it in the comments. Put your favorite food in there. I'll sing it, even if it doesn't match the song. And Dennis will sing it with me too. But for now, let's maybe do, We did we did oh. Let's do e. Ready? Here we go. I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 Wow, that was my favorite one yet. Which one is your favorite? Comment below. Let's do apples and bananas. Apples, that almost sounds like I'm like a gorilla. I'm like apples and bananas. Here we go. Sing it like a gorilla or like any other animal or like you or whatever you want to do. Hey, that rhymed. I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 What else we got? Anything? Anybody? Any hellos? Did we get? Say it again. Grapefruit. Was that you or was that a comment? Oh, that's you. Amanda likes grapefruits, so we're gonna sing about it. And we're gonna keep it with that group fruit. Here we go. That could be this business idea, group fruit. Store that. We'll work on it later. I like to eat group fruit. 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 Let me know if there's other ones. We can always bring this song back. We can always bring it back. Always do things another. We can do even next week. We could always do things we've done before in a different week. Yeah. All right. So next song, I want to show you one. This is one I used to work at a center at my university, and the person who started that program there, Allison Greening, if you're watching, showed me this song, and it's I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit, but we're gonna need our bodies. So you can use your hands for this. If you don't have the best access to your hands, try your feet, or try your shoulders, or use your elbows to do this. Challenge yourself too, you know. And use your ears. Try to do this with your ears. You don't even know what it is yet, but try it. It's going to be fun. I think it's fun. Yep. All right, so Dennis is ready. Dennis is going to use his eyeballs because he's got big red eyeballs. Well, they're white eyeballs, but they got a little, he's going to use his eyeballs to do this really kooky stuff like this. Okay. Also, there's a tickle part at the end of this song. Tickle warning. So I'm going to tickle Dennis because that's the nearest organism to me that isn't myself or any of the bugs around here, because there's bugs everywhere. Bugs. Right. So Dennis is going to get tickled, and he's okay with it. And you know how I know that? Because I'm going to ask him. Even though I just did this, I asked him earlier. I said, Dennis, is it okay if I tickle you? Thankfully, he said yes, because I need to do the thing. Right. He's tickling us. All right. So if you are in the room with somebody and you feel like, yeah, I could go for some tickles right now. Like overall, if I like a 1 to 5, like maybe like 4 or 5, I could do some tickles. Then yes, let's do those tickles. And you might ask the person that you're with and say, is it okay if I tickle you? If you don't want to be tickled, just say it. Just say, I don't want to be tickled. If, for whatever reason, instead of tickles, you feel like something else is good, like a big body squeeze or like a head squeeze or something, whatever it is, you can ask for that too. But let's get into it. So follow along with me. I'm going to say what I'm doing as I do it too. Just be super helpful for My mother is a baker, a baker, a baker. My mother is a baker. She always goes like this. And the way that this is I'm taking both my hands and putting them together, and I'm making like a stirring motion as if I was like churning butter or if I was doing something else like that. Right? And we're going to go, Let's try that again. We're going to add things on, but let's do that first one again together. My mother is a baker, a baker, a baker. My mother is a baker. She always goes like this. Ready. Number 2. What does Dad do for a living, you ask? Well, he works to pick up all the trash around the city. It's a very important service, and so he's our trash man. We're going to say, my father is a trash man, a trash man, a trash man. My father is a trash man. He always goes like this, and what I'm doing right now is, it looks like I'm throwing garbage bags over my shoulder, but what we're going to do together is we're going to hold our nose, and we're going to go, pew, while we shake our head, and then say, So yeah, we got my father is a trash man, a trash man, a trash man. My father is a trash man. He always goes like this. Pew! Yum, yum. Now, you're probably asking like, hey, does Mr. Brad have any, like, is it a sister or a brother? Yes, and my brother is a dancer. So, my brother is a dancer, a dancer, a dancer. My brother is a dancer. He always goes like this. And what I'm doing is I'm doing like a ballet pose, a du bar, and I'm holding my hands above my head in some sort of fashion as if I were doing that. I don't know anything about ballet. But what we'll do is we'll do that, and we'll go, pew, yum, yum. Great. So now you're wondering, do you have any other siblings? And the answer is yes, because I actually do have a sister. So my sister is a cowgirl, a cowgirl, a cowgirl. My sister is a cowgirl. She always goes like this. Yeehaw! And what I'm doing is I'm like throwing a lasso, right? Yeehaw! Dennis is doing it too. He's using his tongue as one giant lasso. It's innovative. It's inventive, right? So, yeehaw! Toodaloo-doo! Pew! Yum, yum. Grandma's a sewer. She sews things like Pokeballs, for example, or masks for your face when you go to the grocery store, or Dennis's. There's only one Dennis, right? So, my grandma is a sewer, a sewer, a sewer. And what I'm doing is I'm taking like as if I had a needle and I'm sort of pushing it through some thread and into some cloth. I don't know. My grandma was a sewer. She always goes like this. So. And I'm just still stitching a little bit because it takes a lot of stitches to make something. So. Yeehaw! Teedaloo-doo! Pew! Yum, yum. Last one. Here's the one that I warned you about. If you're ready, we might do a little bit of tickling. Grandpa's a tickler. My grandpa is a tickler. A tickler. A tickler. My grandpa is a tickler. He always goes like this. Something fun to do at home. Try to come up with different things that the people do, different people. You don't need I didn't use a ukulele, any guitar, or anything like that. That's one if you feel like getting some tickles in and having a little fun with it, and something you can do at home. Right now, I had a couple other things on our list. We did our sing-along. I'm so sorry, Dennis. We were gonna find Dennis another friend, but it's okay. I'm gonna call up the friend industry, and I'm gonna ask, hey, can you send some friends over? And tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week, think for yourself. Think about what sort of things. Maybe a creature, a place that this creature might have come from. What are they like? Are they fuzzy, green? Are they happy? Do they move really slow? Are they really smart? What do they do? Right? Do they make any kind of funny sound like or chip, 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 or and do they do any silly movements like flopping one arm into the air or rotating their head around strangely? Whatever they do. So let me know. We're going to do that tomorrow. We're going to get poor Dennis here a couple more friends, and we're going to draw them or make them or do something with them. So, but for now, since we're at our half hour, thank you so much for tuning in. It's always so fun to do this with you, even though I know I'm not seeing you. You're seeing me, and I hope you're having a good time. And I hope you'll tune in next week. Next week, we're going to continue finding some friends for Dennis, and we might do a couple things. We might spend a little while recapping for those people who are just now tuning in. Some stuff that has been a really big hit in the last couple of weeks. We're on episode 4 now, so next week is episode 5, and we're going to just keep it going to keep giving you this break in your day. But for now, we're going to sing goodbye. And if I sing hello to somebody because they put it in the comment, it's all good. Here we go. Now it's time to say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye. See you soon, really soon, but it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, Lucy and Charlotte. Goodbye, Nina and Emma. Christopher and Emma, goodbye. And goodbye to Dennis and Alice. Hey, that rhymed. Now it's time to say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye. See you soon, really soon, but it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week. Have a good week. Stay well. Say bye, Dennis. Okay, he says bye. See you later.